At JLudwig86, what would be the ultimate retro game pentathlon that tests all skills? I've been thinking about this.
Pent is 5.
Yep. I know.
I'm going to say genres. You need a platformer.
Mm-hmm.
Say racing game.
Yep.
I'm going to say puzzle game.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm a little sketchier. I'm going to say some sort of sports game. But I'm not sure what type.
If you overlook the number 5, I'm going to reach across this table and punch you.
Oh, shit. Sports covers Danny Sullivan. It covered racing. Didn't I cover racing?
Yes.
What did I miss?
You need a shooter.
I was thinking that. But there's so many different types of shooters. Whether it's a run and gun, first person, third person, what type of shooter are you going to go with? A zapper type? What are you going to go with?
I think...
First person?
No, I'm talking... shooter. If we're talking retro.
Oh, you're talking Galaga.
Yeah, this is like what I'm looking at. Okay, if we're gonna talk 5, I'm talking R-Type. For puzzle game, I'm talking Puyo Puyo or Tetris. For racing, I'm talking Outrun. For platformer, I'm going to say Mega Man 2 because that kind of satisfies a run and gun. And then what was the sports? If you want to do a retro sports game, Tecmo Super Bowl.
I would keep it a pure platform for my platform versus like a run and gun or like Mega Man.
Fair. I mean, I would be willing to. I'm just saying off the top of my head, these are choices that I would make.
And I think that covers most of the different gaming mind. You can be good. No one's going to be good at all 5 of those. That's why I like that.
Right. Where I hesitated was, I do think there's definitely a spot for retro sports, and I think Tecmo Super Bowl is a very clean, quick, easy answer for that. I hesitated on a fighter, but fighters, even though they start in the 16-bit era with, Street Fighter 2 ostensibly, you're not really getting into the actual meat of the fighting game scene until you get into the 32-bit era. And this is a retro gaming pentathlon, so I'm trying to keep it 8-bit, early 16-bit arcade.
Sure, yeah, I would agree that fighting, the fighting genre has a lot of the skills that you would have for a platformer's kind of in there.
I don't know.
I mean, it's fast reactions to enemies, so
I think it's just time period based. I think that's where at some point a fighter would, to me, replace a sports game.
Sure, but you need a sports game in there because a sports game is a little bit slower than the others types, and there's some strategy and action involved. It's only one of those 5 genres that you have some strategy involved. You can say puzzle, but puzzle's so quick it's not really strategy at that point. It's just twitching and...
So can we just make it a sextathlon or whatever the hell it is?
The Olympics doesn't have that, I don't think, do they?
Huh?
But the Olympics have a sectathlon?
No, I'm just saying let's make up our own thing so we can add fighting games in there and just
I would keep fighting out of it because, fighting wasn't there really until the 16-bit era. We're not going to throw Karate Champ in there, are we? Or,
like I said,
ER Kung Fu.
It totally depends on how retro you want this pentathlon to be.
We won't go into the individual games, and we can talk forever about what individual games we'd want. I wouldn't do Outrun. I might do something else. Ian probably has a different platformer than me. I'd probably stick with one of the Mario Brothers.
That's a good choice.
In terms of shooter, that's an interesting one. I'm not sure what I'd go with. Life Force? I don't know.
Life Force is a good call. Gradius is a good call. R-Type is, I think, quintessential and brutal.
That's too brutal. R-Type, you move so freaking slow in that game.
I love it. I love R-Type.
like a snail sliming its way through the galaxy.
I love R-Type.
I don't like R-Type that much.